Oldsmobile in preparation for the new Don Hardy 625 horse LS3, and that's back behind a 6-speed manual transmission. Should be fun. What's up, guys? Today we're working on this 1962 Oldsmobile 442. 62, 63? 66. Hey guys, we're working on this 1966 Oldsmobile 442. Check it out. All right, so we're removing all the suspension. We're doing Ridetech on this, getting rid of the axle, doing a Currie axle on this, as well as new brakes, because these are outdated drum brakes. So all new suspension out back, all new suspension up front. So ready, go. All right, we got all the parts unboxed. We have Ridetech suspension, Baer brakes, Currie axle. For the Currie axle, we're running limited slip and 350 gears on that. We're running the coilover front and separate shock and spring in the back. You got to assemble the coils for the Baer brakes. This is their new Classic series. Everything's there. Reuse your factory spindle, and this is an A body, so everything, all these parts are for an A body. All right, everything's, all these parts are just meant to bolt on, no welding required. We're installing all these new parts in preparation for the new Don Hardy 625 horsepower. 625, I said. Did I? When we put these together, we don't use a gasket. We like a gasket maker a little better. Seems to do a better job instead of having to put silicone on both sides of the gasket, install it. When you hear the thunk, that's when you know it's in all the way. We got the axle in, bolted up to the arms. We got the springs in. Now we're moving on to installing the Ridetech shock. Is installing the spindle, so we need to put some pressure on the coilover so it collapses a bit, so we can put the top ball joint on.
Update, I'm sitting under the car waiting for Pio, making executive decisions, you know. I just washed my hands, so don't yell at me for having clean hands. So here's the update. Currie axle's in, Ridetech springs are in, the Baer brake comes with a relocation bracket for the shock because it would run into the e-brake capabilities of the caliper. But the Currie axle lower link mounts are shaped a little bit differently, so we can't just put in the extra bolt. There's no meat on the axle for it to drill into. So we're just gonna put a little tack weld on it to hold it in place. So that's what Pyle's gonna do right now, as soon as he walks away from me stealing his microphone. Check, check, check. All right, well, the guys and a little bit of help from me. Got the Olds 442 all wrapped up as far as suspension and brakes. That's all we can do right now because we're still waiting on the engine and transmission and a couple other parts to show up before we really tear the car apart and rewire it and replumb it. But pulled it outside for the video so you guys can see it. But it's like 120 degrees out and I don't want to walk out there. So we'll just talk about it right here. And you can film it out there. Let the cameraman sweat. I'm gonna go back in the AC. Bye.